What's up, guys? Welcome back to 90 Day Fiance, Crazy in Love, the podcast. I'm your co-host, John, here with my wife and co-host. She doesn't look like any character from Star Wars, but she's my princess. It's the one and only Teresa.
Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing?
Doing fantastic, because we are officially 1 week away from the name change.
That's true. And also...
Did you forget?
Oh, no. How could I? Also, this was the last episode.
Some would call it the season finale.
Season finale. I know we have tell-alls, but I don't even count it as part of the season. I count it as the cherry on the top.
This tell-all from the preview looked pretty juicy.
Oh, yeah. I love tell-alls.
Juicy.
I love tell-alls.
When it was like, so, Sumit, you haven't told your parents that you're married?
He's like, not yet. Oh, Adama is joining us.
No, come on out. Bring him out.
You could see her face. She's like killing everyone with her eyes.
Her stare.
Her stare.
Yeah, if looks could kill.
Oh,
is what
yeah.
they say.
Yeah.
But again, you buried my lead 1 week from the name change.
I know. How excited.
1 week from the name change, guys. If you've listened to the past couple episodes, you know we are undergoing a little bit of a change here. Mm-hmm. We are changing the name of the podcast, and that's about all we're changing.
Yes.
We will be officially announcing that name probably sometime this week. Okay,
it's going to be this week. That's correct.
The first week of December, making the announcement. We will officially change everything over on December 7th. Okay, that's going to be after the finale. Mm-hmm. So we'll take you right up through that as Crazy in Love, and then we'll make the switch. And if you're following us now on Instagram, on the podcast app, whatever, you're good to go. So don't worry about it. Again, just a little bit of a name change, a little bit of a rebrand here.
Yeah, guys, get excited because it's all good. It's all good. It's going to open up more doors eventually in the future. And I think it's going to be easier to find us because so far I have to knock. Seems like no one has this name.
Oh, well, I don't think we would change our name to a name that somebody else has.
Well, I know, but we discussed the issue with other podcasts using the same name as we do. And, no one wants that.
Well, so guys, don't come out with a podcast afterwards and steal our name.
Yeah, guys, don't do that.
Don't do that. But what we will give you, instead of a name that you can use, we've talked it over, okay? Teresa sprung something on you guys last time. Mm-hmm. Was a little bit surprised, but I liked the idea, so we talked it over. We're going to do a giveaway.
We are.
We're going to do quite a nice giveaway for our friends, our listeners, our Instagram followers. It's going to be an Instagram giveaway. So make sure you're following us on social media at 90 Day Crazy in Love.
Because that's how you guys going to learn about the giveaway. And that's how you can enter and win.
That's 100% correct. So here's the thing. You're going to follow us at 90 Day Crazy in Love right now, if you're not already following us. And then, again, our handle will change, but as long as you follow it before it changes, you're all good to go. So at 90 Day Crazy in Love. Right now, we're going to give away some good stuff. We're not going to tell you all. Speaking of tell-alls, we're not going to tell all right now. You guys will have to stay tuned for that, but it's going to be worth your while to follow that Instagram at 90 Day Crazy in Love.
That's for sure, guys. So please don't wait for anything. Just follow us and keep your eye on our new memes and this little giveaway we prepared for you.
100%. Couldn't agree more. Okay. Also, while you're following the Instagram, so important now to follow the podcast. Okay. No matter where you're listening, whether it's Apple, whether it's Spotify, make sure you follow the podcast because, again, once you're following, doesn't matter what the name is, you're still going to get it. Okay. If you don't follow, then you're going to have to figure out what the new name is. You're going to have to search for it. It's going to be a headache. We're trying to save you guys some headaches. So follow the podcast. Just look down right now and smash that follow button.
Yeah, guys, smash it like it's Kenny's and Armando's wedding. Oh! Because that was the most beautiful wedding we've seen on 90 Day. correct me if I'm wrong.
One of the hottest, if not the hottest. Definitely the most
Beautiful
beautiful
wedding, the decoration, the arch with the feathers, and our boys looking sharp, senior being emotional.
Oh my gosh.
Everything was beautiful. The dance party, the matching t-shirts, the fireworks.
Perfection.
Beautiful.
Perfection. Well, now we don't have to
Freaking loved
cover
it.
Kenny and Armando because Teresa's gone through it. But yeah, beautiful. Smash it like it's as hot as that. And guys, if you're on Apple Podcasts, I got to remind you, it doesn't say follow, it doesn't say subscribe. It's the little plus sign in the top right-hand corner of the app screen. So press that plus sign.
That's all you do, guys. That's
gonna be-
all it takes.
That's my new catchphrase. Press that plus sign.
Really?
No. But it's good to remind folks, I think, because I forgot. I went to go follow a podcast. I was like, wait, how do I do that?
I know. I did the same
They
thing
make it so. What are you
recently.
doing,
I
Apple?
know.
It's so hard.
I
I'm like,
know.
where does it say subscribe? Where does it say follow? Oh, it's a little plus sign. I don't know what that
Wait,
means.
didn't it say follow before?
No, yeah, it said follow before.
Wait, they changed it again?
No. This is the last change, but we haven't
Oh.
talked about it in a little
Oh,
while. It's a
okay.
little plus sign in the top right-hand corner.
Ugh.
What are we doing here? What
I
are
mean,
we-
I'm all for simplifying things, but hey,
I know. A little
Hey.
too simple. A little too simple. But now you guys know. Okay, last but not least, if you haven't left a review, a beautiful time to do so. The perfect time to do so.
it's the holidays. That's the perfect gift if you guys want to give us something.
If you want to give us something, as we said, we're going to give you something potentially. So if you want to return the favor, throw us a review. Apple Podcast, if you got it, those are the best place to leave it. And speaking of, we got a review.
Ooh,
Nice review.
love it.
This one comes to us from our friend Baked Nug. 5 stars. Best of the best.
Baked nug. I love that.
Okay. Well, you calm down over there. You calm down. Best of the
mean-
best.
Being baked
Hello.
is the best. I'm kidding. Baked potatoes. Get out of here.
All right. Yeah.
Roasted nuts.
Thanksgiving, right?
I
You
can
bake
keep going.
things.
I can keep
There you
going.
go. Way to get yourself out of that one. Okay. Titled Best of the Best, 5 stars. I've been listening to this podcast for a while, and these two always keep me coming back. They have an energizing dynamic that not many podcasters can pull off.
Oh,
With plenty of witty jokes and personal insights that help make listening fun.
love it.
Love it.
Love it. What
And
a baked review.
yeah, it was great. Smash it like it's baked. Smash it like it's hot. Smash it like it's as hot as a baked 400-degree oven. And as good as the show is, if you're baked, it's probably better.
But guys, do not touch the 400-degree oven
Ooh.
because I did that recently and it hurt.
Are you fully healed?
I am. Thanks to John and his quick thinking, actually, when I mistaken an oven mitts for cleaning gloves and pulled out those yams that were in for 40 minutes on 400 degrees. John said, hold this ice cube. And so I did, running water.
I want to jump in there. I don't know if actually holding the ice cube is a good idea, but running cold
Loved
water
it.
is, and Vaseline, petroleum jelly for sure, for the
Yes.
win.
Well, I think we told you guys about this last time, but hey, just a reminder during the holidays, don't get too excited about the baked goods
Oh, hello.
in the oven
Yeah.
and think before you get hungry.
Put on that
AKA
oven mitt.
put on the oven mitt because again, it was painful.
Two rules we live by on this podcast. Put on the oven mitt and don't drop the soap.
Don't drop the soap, guys. Don't drop the soap. Never drop the soap.
Never drop the soap. And you guys, live by those 2 rules, you guys will be good to go. Okay.
Beautiful.
Before we get into this season finale, before we get into this recap, what do you say we do a little 90 day by the way?
Love it.
A little 90 day by the way.
Love the segment.
This is going to be a heavy segment.
How heavy? Like crying heavy? Should I get a box of tissues heavy?
For the first, by the way, perhaps. Okay.
Sadness, the segment? Really?
It's scary, this segment. Okay.
Another one?
This one's terrifying.
Any business trips planned in the near future?
No, but this does go to our other, I guess our third rule of staying safe is trust nobody. Okay.
Trust no one.
I barely trust you.
I barely trust you.
And it's always the family member. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
So here we go. By the way, number one, it's an insanely sad story. And if you guys are easily disturbed, I recommend you skip ahead 5 minutes because this is going to get graphic. The only reason I'm sharing this is because she shared it on her social media. And so I'm going to share it with you guys because I know not all of you follow the cast on social media, spoilers, whatnot. So I'm going to bring it to you guys. But it is graphic. Skip ahead 5 minutes if you're not.
You got me so excited.
No, it's not. That's not the right emotion.
Okay.
But it's an interesting story and it's a sad story. So we know Olga from Russia, Olga and Steven, right? The nightmare hospital that she gave. Okay. That's not the nightmare. Here's the real nightmare. And again, I'm telling you this because she shared it on social media, so I'm bringing it to you for those who don't follow. When Olga was 13, her 25-year-old sister was murdered.
What?
Okay. Murdered during an Orthodox Christmas celebration. And who murdered her?
The dad?
Her parents.
What?
Okay. This is crazy.
Wait,
I'm telling you.
what?
It's very disturbing. So again, skip ahead if you don't want to hear this.
Are you telling me that Olga's sister was killed during Christmas by her parents?
Yes. And I'm putting the story together between what Olga shared on social media and Soap Dirt and some news outlets. And here's the story. So Olga's sister, Alexandra, was a mother of two. Okay. She's 25 years old, mother of two, and she's hearing voices in her head.
Okay.
So her parents think, well, you're hearing voices in your head because you married the devil. Okay. So
who's the devil?
That I'm not sure.
Okay.
But they think that is what is causing these voices in her head. So they take matters into their own hand and they perform an exorcism on her to quote unquote save her from these voices, from this devil.
Oh my gosh.
Here's the exorcism. Here's what happened. They force-fed her 5 liters of holy water, whatever that is. Okay. And after that, this is where it gets really dark. After the holy water, they removed her organs.
Wait, what?
Yes. They removed Olga's sister's organs and positioned her into a cross shape, into a crucifix position, believing her body would rise again in 3 days.
Get out of
So
here.
they murdered her, thinking she would rise again and be healthy and be saved 3 days later.
Get out.
I wish I was making this up. So the whole time this is
What
happening.
movie is this from?
Right? The whole time this is happening, Olga's hiding in a different room with her sister's baby. I told you she was a mother. And apparently Olga, I believe, was the one who called the police. So
Jeez.
they came. Her parents were sentenced to an asylum, and Olga went to an orphanage. It's crazy. The crazy thing is, I mean, that's crazy. There's nothing crazier than that. But her sister, Alexandra, was 25 years old. So how do your parents overpower or convince a 25-year-old to go through with this?
Maybe they didn't.
Well, then how?
Why are you saying they did this while she was alive?
They got her to drink 5 gallons or 5 liters of holy water.
Maybe holy water is like Xanax, like 3 packs of Xanax
Someone watches Dateline.
in a tap water, so
That's a
it
good
knocked
thought.
her out.
That's a good thought. And then, they disemboweled her. And all in the hopes that, she'll be better when she rises again.
What's wrong with people?
Well, they got sentenced, right? So they're certified insane. But her parents were the sick ones. They thought she was the sick one. Oh, she needed saving. No, her parents.
So her
were the
parents
sick
are
ones.
in an asylum, not in prison.
They went to an asylum. I don't know what happens after that. If you can get rehabilitated, I don't think there's such thing as getting rehabilitated after something like that.
I hope not.
But again, this is Russia. Don't know the laws over there. But that's insane.
Holy shit.
Really sad.
Literally.
Really sad. Yeah, holy shit. Religion can get dark and
Wow.
scary. And that, when she shared that, I mean, that's incredible that she lived through that and she's
You know
telling
what's
that
funny?
story.
I mean, it's not funny, but when Olga's segment aired, she lived in this tiny apartment. It looked very sad to me. And I was thinking, why is she all alone? She's so young. She's pregnant.
Yeah.
Why isn't she with her family? Why aren't her parents around, right?
Yeah.
Well, that answered my question.
Yeah, she didn't share this in her segment, obviously. I mean, I think you could figure out why.
Yeah.
It's a little dark for TLC, but it's an important story, I think. I don't think you need to hide something like that. So it's great that she's getting it out there and sharing it, but so tragic, so sad.
I can't believe she was in the house.
She's in the house. Yeah, I believe she called the police, and can't imagine. A lot of sickness, a lot of illness.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So I told you it was a tough one, but wild. And
Trust no one.
Trust no one. Definitely not your parents. So speaking of parents, by the way, number 2.
It's going to be a little better.
A little better. Still a sad story. Still another sad 90-day parent story. But for some reason, this one I'm a little more okay with.
Okay.
A little more okay with this one.
I feel like I'll be okay with anything after this.
And maybe that's why. In comparison, this one's a walk in the park. So one of our favorite 90-day characters, Father Tyler, Nicole's dad, he's been arrested again.
Once again.
Okay? So here's how it went down. It was like any other day in Florida, Monday, November 15th. Tyler, a.k.a. Trey Anastasio, that's how I see him, the lead singer of Fish. He was driving his Pontiac G6 down the lawless Florida streets when he was pulled over for an equipment violation. Okay? They haven't made Pontiac G6s in over 10 years, so I'm sure that car was struggling. He was pulled over for an equipment violation. But the car was not the only thing struggling. Oh, our boy Tyler was struggling himself. He was failing to maintain his lane and running into the curb multiple times. Teresa, multiple times.
So
he could not stop hitting the curb.
High or drunk?
Okay, well, the officer approached the vehicle, saw Tyler moving around, getting a little squirmish, hands between his legs. And the officer said, get out of the car. Turn your car off. Get out. When he stood up to get out of the car, a dark blue glass smoking device fell onto the asphalt and broke into multiple pieces.
Oh, Tyler.
Okay? The officer ran Tyler's information, saw there was an outstanding warrant for his arrest in another Florida county.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay? So now he's in deep trouble. And are you ready for it?
I don't know, but sure.
When the cops searched Tyler's car, they found...
Organs.
No. A glass crack pipe.
Oh, Tyler.
With residual amounts of burnt crack in it. A plastic tubular container containing multiple small white rocks. Okay, crack, cocaine. And
crack is not cocaine.
Crack cocaine it's a form. It's
okay.
A form. You've already talked enough about getting baked. We don't need to go into detail.
I don't think Tyler
here.
Can do cocaine. It costs money.
Crack cocaine is the cheap version.
Oh,
okay?
I mean, I don't know. I don't do that stuff.
But we are in Florida, so who knows? Next week you could be on it. It's a slippery slope down here. We've all seen cops. Okay, and also he had Oxy in his car.
What's Oxy?
Oxycodone, a prescription pill, but
okay.
he didn't have a prescription for it. So long story short, he's now being held in prison until his court date, December 10th. He's pleading not guilty. I don't know how you can plead not guilty to that, Tyler. I don't know how high you are, Tyler, but you can't plead not guilty to that, my brother. But he does need some help. I do feel bad for him. He's
Yeah, he went down the hill. He looked okay on the show. Like
he was so sweet on the show, right? Seemed to have his life together.
Well, kind of, but yeah.
I mean, he was the only one that was going to sponsor Asin.
That's true.
He had a lady in his life.
I don't think he has one anymore, does he?
No, but he's going to be in prison, so don't drop the soap.
Don't
Tyler,
drop the soap.
Tyler, if you're listening, don't drop the soap.
Don't drop the soap.
But yeah, he's had a slippery past recently. I have his record here. January 9th of 2020, arrested and charged for fentanyl possession and a crack pipe. I hate to laugh because, people struggle with this stuff. But April 5th, arrested for petty theft after stealing from a Goodwill donation bin.
Get out of
Come
here.
on, Tyler. May 12th, arrested for shoplifting the 24-pack of Corona. I think I
Oh, my
talked about that
gosh.
one. And then July 28th, he walked out of CVS with $750 worth of merchandise that he didn't pay for.
What
So-
did you get at CVS for $750?
Right?
Right?
Honestly, probably, and this is me making an
Like
assumption.
painkillers?
Yeah, probably Sudafed or medicines or something. I don't know. Who knows? But really messed up. I feel bad for him. I can understand why Nicole is probably a little messed up and struggling if she's surrounded by that type
But
of
she
personality.
isn't struggling like this. So
No, but
thankfully-
she's struggling to adult, I
True.
would say. And you could maybe see why.
Yeah, because Tyler is going through the same thing.
Yeah, he's struggling to adult. So Tyler, don't drop the soap. Hope you get some help. And that's, by the way, 1 and 2. Pretty sad, but
Wow.
important stories in the 90-day world.
Oh, Tyler.
All right, let's turn this ship around. Okay,
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's cruise into the sea of positivity. Let's talk about Sunday night, 90 Day Fiance. The other way, it was the season finale.
Woo!
And Teresa's hands are healed. The drum roll is back. Mm-hmm. And I don't know how finales normally are on these types of shows because it's usually the wedding episode and not much happens. People get married.
We got a lot of weddings.
A lot of weddings and a lot of entertainment. I thought it was good. I thought
I thought it was good too.
one of the best episodes all season, I would say.
It was good. I enjoyed it. It was almost like, oh, another wedding. Oh,
Right.
another wedding.
Right.
One more wedding. And another wedding.
You get a wedding. You get a wedding.
Exactly.
You get a wedding. Ari and Baby, not you. Now, maybe you get another season. Maybe you'll get another
I
season.
think that's the plan.
Not sure if you get another wedding.
Everyone gets a wedding.
Okay, let's start. Let's do a little audible here. Because let's save the best for last.
Yes.
Well, maybe not the best, but the biggest surprise
I
for last.
agree. I agree.
Let's start Steven and Alina. Okay? Steven and Alina
Very
are
comical. Very comical.
season favorites for us and did not disappoint here in this final episode.
For sure not.
We start with Steven. He's like humming the theme to Seinfeld or something. He's very.
Was he?
He's got a musical mouth. Yeah, a lot of mouth bass, like bum, 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 bum. And like, he's always making noises. Okay, but I guess he's excited. Today's the day. It's wedding day, and Steven's gonna head to the venue and leave Alina behind so she can do her hair and her makeup.
Yes.
So he leaves the apartment and he tells us he always pictured his wedding with groomsmen and bridesmaids, everyone there, but no family or friends could make it. So he's got something else planned.
And I have to say, as a gesture for Alina, it's very sweet.
Okay.
Overall, it's
Okay.
just weird. But again, it's Steven with the we, so
So he's going to invite some neighborhood cats, which is not slang for like the cool guys in the neighborhood. Like, oh, I'm going to invite some of the neighborhood cats. No.
hey, all you cool cats and kittens.
He's talking about actual cats. And he says invite, but it's more of a kidnapping.
He literally walks around with 3 crates trying to catch cats.
These cats did not RSVP. Okay, these cats did not choose the fish option or the chicken option. He is kidnapping these cats.
Don't forget that he sees cats as people. Why are you putting them in crates, Steven?
And where did you get those? Where did you get those cat carriers?
Probably like a Turkish PetSmart.
It seemed like he pulled them out of the back of who knows what. Just
Maybe-
has 3 cat carriers
Listen,
at the ready.
Always prepared.
Yeah.
Always be prepared.
So he's walking around with these cat carriers, but he can't find his favorite cats. Okay? He's very particular about his guest list.
I mean, are we surprised that he cannot find the random street cats?
Right.
Right? Like, they do whatever they want.
Yeah.
They're not just gonna wait for you.
They don't have an address. I guess that's why you couldn't mail him an invite. You had to go round him up himself. But he sees some other strays. But he and Alina, they haven't bonded with those cats. So he
Yeah,
doesn't,
they have no names for them. Ugh.
you don't want cat crashers at your wedding, so you're not
Exactly.
just gonna invite random cats. So he passes over them. But desperate times call for desperate measures. He launches himself up into a tree. He's like, well, maybe cat cow's hiding up there. But no luck.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Because finally, and I was nervous. I don't know how you felt. I thought there'd be no one at this wedding. But Stephen finally found Mr. Cuddles.
And Cowcat.
And Cowcat.
I actually enjoyed the name Cowcat. First, I was judging a bit.
Yeah.
But I like it.
It's
I
a
like
name.
It now.
It's a name that's fun to say and fun to hear.
But also, the cat looked like a cow.
Well, that just makes sense. And here's, and I'm probably going to offend 9% of our listeners. A lot of people, when they have an animal, that pattern, I don't know if animals have patterns, but that coloring, they go with the name Moo.
Oh, yeah.
Right? They go with the name Moo.
We actually know someone who has a cat, and the cat's name is Moo.
We do? Did we just?
Yeah.
Did we just spend some time?
Hattie cat and Moo.
Okay. So not to shade Moo, because Moo is a solid name as well, but it's not as original as Cowcat.
Cowcat is great.
Cowcat tells you everything you need to know.
Love it.
It looks like a cow, but it's a cat. Love it.
Love it.
Beautiful. And then
Simple,
Mr.
straight to the
Cuddles.
point.
Mr. Cuddles is a concerning name for a feral cat, because I would not want to cuddle with
we
a
saw
stray
Alina
cat.
cuddling with all the strays, so I hope she has all her shots
Get your vaccines.
up to date.
Get your
All her
vaccines.
vaccines up to date.
So, okay, we cut to Steven in the cab, Cat Cab. It's a new show coming to Discovery. And he's heading to the wedding venue. And good news, okay, because Steven found Mr. Laser Runner at the last minute, too. So he's got 3 cats with him now.
Oh my gosh.
Mr. Laser Runner, probably my least favorite of
I
the
don't even know who
names.
this cat is. I just know Cowcat, and that's all I need to know.
It's the most important. It's the king of the cats. But Mr. Laser Runner, I would imagine cats love laser pointers. So maybe if they're firing off a laser pointer, that cat's just all over the place. Like they always make noise too. Have you ever seen a cat react to laser pointers or like
They make noises.
like weird? Yeah.
Bunnies should learn from them.
No, we're not going to get into this, are we?
No, but I'm now bummed. Cats make noises, but not bunnies.
I want you to tell. This is not a cat story, but we went over Thanksgiving to our venue. Our wedding venue, because it's a beautiful inn. They have a restaurant. So we went to eat at this restaurant, and I was sitting in the back seat. T was riding shotgun because she gets car sick. And she was co-piloting.
I'm that person.
She was co-piloting for my mom, who was driving, and saw a couple deer on the way.
Beautiful deer.
Beautiful deer. Absolutely gorgeous. Would have rounded them up and had them at our wedding had we seen them.
I wish they showed
Right?
up.
Would have been beautiful.
Right?
But as I'm in the back, like somewhat falling asleep, I hear you telling this story to my mom about how you bumped into a deer.
I did.
And I was like, our listeners would appreciate this story.
Okay, I can definitely share. I can't believe I forgot about this story, but it's not sad. It's a little sad, but it's not that bad. When I lived in New Jersey, there was a blizzard, right? So there was a ton of snow, and then it got a little warmer the next day. So the snow started melting, but it got so cold overnight that the roads literally turned into slides.
Black ice.
But I had to drive the next morning, and we lived on a hill. So I'm going down the hill. The roads weren't clean or anything, going very slow. It was still dark, very slow. And I had to turn. So I started turning, but the car started like sliding, right?
Mm-hmm.
But guys, northern New Jersey, just woods, just
The
woods, right?
wood?
A lot and lots of deer, right? So all of a sudden, I see this deer just standing there.
Oh, boy.
Right? So I'm like turning, yelling at the deer. I don't think he heard me, but I was like, move, move. My car wasn't stopping. It was
Right.
just like sliding down. And all of a sudden, I was like, boop. And I bumped into the deer. And he didn't fall or anything. He just like, whoop. And he ran away. And my car hit this big pile of snow.
Yeah.
That I think they moved the snow off the roads after a blizzard.
Right.
That's how my car got saved, how the car actually stopped.
Yeah.
But also, because I was going so slow, I was just sliding. I just booped the deer.
I love it.
So he survived. He just ran away. But it's interesting.
Yeah, he
Why?
wouldn't.
It's like I'm yelling at you. I'm going at you with
Right.
my headlights on. Why are you just standing there?
Right.
Am
And
I right?
My mom was like, maybe he was trying to stop you from hitting something else. Like he was going to get in between you and a mailbox or you and another car.
Well, there was just snow. But I'm glad he survived because I did boop him.
Well, you don't know if he survived, but we tell ourselves that so we can
He
sleep
ran
at night.
away.
Yeah, that's
Ran
what they do.
away.
They usually run away and go die. But how fast would you say you were sliding?
Oh, maybe like 30 miles an hour.
What?
Not even. No.
Oh, I would not have had you tell that story. I thought you were going 5 miles an
Oh,
hour.
yeah, I will. You know me and all the American
Can you
miles
do
and
it?
inches.
Can you do it in kilometers?
Yes.
How many kilometers an
I think
hour?
I was going like 10 to 15 kilometers
I don't know if that
an
makes
hour.
it. I don't know if that makes it much better. That's like 6 miles an hour, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's good.
I wasn't driving, I was sliding. Like
Yeah.
I was really just trying to stay on the road, braking, but you can't really brake. I went to slide school
Yeah.
or like
Okay.
what do you call it?
Driving
Ice school.
Driving school?
Driving ice school. So in Czech, you can pay for an extra driving lessons on ice.
Okay, that sounds like
So
Disney
they
on
just
Ice.
teach you what to do when you drive on ice, and you shouldn't be braking. You just need to maneuver the car. So that's what I was trying to do, and the deer happened.
Got it. All right. Well, it was a cuter story when I thought you were going like 5 miles an hour.
Yeah,
Okay.
5 miles an hour. That's what I said. 10 kilometers.
Okay, there you go. All right.
How much was it? 6?
Yeah, 6.
Do you see?
Okay.
A mile over.
We're all good. Okay, so back to Stephen. He's with his wedding planner. She found this beautiful venue on the cliffs of Antalya. Doesn't get more romantic than this. They get there with their cats, and security's like,
30 miles an hour. I would probably kill the deer.
yeah, of course. When you said that, I was like, oh,
No,
we should probably cut this out of the podcast.
I didn't think about it. It's just like for me, driving slow is like when someone drives 30 miles an hour, I get annoyed. So that's
Yeah.
the first thing. But no, I wasn't even hitting the
Breaks.
brake. No, I wasn't hitting the what do you
People
call
on the
it?
street.
What that's
What?
like I wasn't speeding. I
The
was
gas pedal.
The gas pedal. Thank you. I was just sliding.
Right. Okay.
So-
all right. Well, okay. So
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
So here we are at the venue, and the security sees Steven roll up with all these cat carriers, and they're like, well, no animals are allowed, so I don't know what you think you're doing here. And Steven goes, well, cats are people. We know this. We do? We do, Steven?
Cats are people for who? For you, Steven? I get it.
He said a lot of strange things this season. This probably takes the cake. Right? He said scootly poop.
Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot about
He
that.
said some other strange things. Cats are people. We know this. Takes the cake. Even just cats are people, which is like a funny thing to say. Oh, cats are people. But we know this. Makes
It's
me
like,
truly
why would you
think.
say it? Like, I love dogs, but I would never say dogs are people because I don't like most people.
Right. And you like most dogs.
I love most dogs. So I would never say dogs are people. Dogs are great. Dogs are
Dogs are dogs. Dogs are dogs.
Exactly.
Love dogs for dogs.
I would freaking have a dog eat from my plate on my lap without being a person,
Right. Okay.
right?
Sure. Don't know where you're going with that. But
Nowhere. I'm just showing you how much I value dogs. Like,
Okay.
I value dogs as people, but I'm
Right.
not going to call them people.
Right.
Am I right?
Yeah.
Back me up.
Yeah.
Back
I
me
don't
up.
want to back you up because I'm not exactly sure what you're saying, but yes.
That I would put a chair for a dog.
Got it.
You
Sure.
know?
Yeah.
But I would not call him a person. I would still be like, oh, I'm dining with my husband and a dog.
Right. We don't want to miss species here, and that's what Steven's doing. He's
Exactly.
misspecieing cats and humans. So let's not do that, Steven. So the wedding planner, she has to negotiate with security, but finally the cats are allowed in. So they're excited. The cats are meowing the whole time. The planner's like, feed the cats, Steven. Feed the cats. Alina's going to be here soon.
Did you see he put the cats on the chairs?
Beautiful. Loved it. One cat to a chair.
It's like each crate has a different color.
It was beautiful.
Beautiful.
It's beautiful. So, cut to Alina in the cab driving over. Wishes her family could be there, but she gets it. She knows they can't be. She's just feeling a little overwhelmed by the whole thing. So then we cut back to the venue. We're building this tension of, oh, Alina's a little stressed. She doesn't have anyone there. She doesn't think she's going to have anyone there. Meanwhile, back at the venue, Steven's got the cats on the chairs, the laptops on the chairs with the families Skyping in. There's also some other people who were invited to this
And
wedding.
I died laughing
There's
when
some
he
other-
started introducing everyone. I think that Chorus. Candy's and Armando's wedding was the most beautiful wedding and the most wow, right? This one was the most hilarious wedding, I have to say.
This one was the most wow too, but a different
In
type
in
of
a
wow.
different way, yeah. Because Steven invited the landlord,
Okay.
his wife,
Uh-oh.
the receptionist,
Hello.
and the cleaning lady from
Come
the
on.
place they were staying at, because they have been very supportive of their relationship.
For the few weeks that they've seen it blossom.
And
they've
for
been-
those reasons, they are in.
Yeah. I mean, the thought is nice, right? The thought is nice. Let's get
It's
some
nice to have someone there besides 3 cats and a computer.
let's get
so.
some butts in the seats. Yeah.
Exactly.
So all of a sudden, Steven spots Alina. She's got the biggest smile on her face.
She looks very pretty. I like that dress. I'm vibing it.
Steven
I'm vibing
says
it.
she looks breathtaking, right? She looks like Princess Leia. Wait, no. Who's the other princess from Star Wars? Amidala? It's like,
Don't look at me.
Steven, you should know this. Come on, man. This is your thing, right? So she comes out, sees these cats, finds it to be a very manly gesture.
She loves that they have the cats there.
Finds it to be a very manly
The
gesture.
cats are just meowing. Meow.
Feed the cats. Feed the cats.
Feed the cats. And don't forget to bring them back home with you.
Right. You're not just going to leave the cats here, are you? So the ceremony starts. Very simple, very cut and dry, except I caught something I don't know if you caught.
What?
The officiant asked Steven, do you accept Alina as a spouse? Didn't say as your spouse, as a spouse.
Well, I think it was the comment of her English language.
No, I think it was spoken in Turkish and translated.
Oh, because he's a Mormon?
Is that a nod to polygamy? Was he like, I'm going to have other wives, so just set this up as a wife, a spouse?
I don't think so. I literally think no.
Okay.
I almost feel like if you do want to have a, what do you call it, polygamist relationship, you need to discuss this with the wife number one. And we haven't heard anything about this.
Have you met Steven?
Also, he's on 90 Day, not on Sister Wives.
Have you met Steven with a V?
I have.
Miss, I think he should talk to Alina about this. What do you mean he didn't tell Alina that he was banging? He didn't tell Alina he was
Well,
talking
yeah.
to other girls. He didn't tell Alina he was breaking all his commandments, but now he's going to come clean. Now he's going to be open and honest.
Good point.
Have you met our guy, Steven?
Good point.
Okay.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Steven was on another season of Sister Wives. Imagine, I would probably watch it.
I'll watch whatever he's on. And
I don't freaking watch Sister Wives because I can't. I watched a few episodes and it's just, it's too much.
Yeah.
But I would watch it with Steven.
I don't know what that says about us, but I would too. I would too.
It says that we are TV junkies,
That's true.
drama junkies.
Drama junkies.
Mormon drama junkies.
That's true. Okay. So they're pronounced husband and a wife. And Steven goes, so now can I kiss her? And I was more anxious to see this kiss than I was the Kenny Armando kiss. I know there was all the drama around seniors, seeing them kiss. But I was like, well, what is going to happen here? Because we know Steven's got that tongue. We know he likes to use it. And, what's going to happen here? Pretty PG.
Yeah, because you have 3 cats watching you.
Pretty PG, yeah.
I wonder if they banged it out.
They went to Pound Town that night. Are you
Finally
kidding me?
married. Now you can, Steven.
Alina was already dressed for role play, so I think they went hard that night.
Ugh, but I have to say one thing. I did not believe they're gonna get married.
I said it. Roll the tape. I said they were getting married.
Once all the issues with him talking to other girls and everything started coming up,
Yeah.
I was like, all right, this is going to be it. She's not that dumb. She seems like a smart girl. She's going to run away and go home with the mom. And this is where it's going to end.
Nope.
I did not expect the wedding. I almost expected, even when she was buying her wedding dress, I still thought that Steven's going to give up. He's not going to show up. He's going to say, I'm too scared. He's going to go back to all the girls in Utah. I did not see this coming.
You know who would have been funny to see on one of those laptops?
Who?
Masha.
Oh my God.
Right? Right? See you in Utah.
Oh, nice to meet you, Steven, and I'll see you for winter break.
Right. And he would too. He'd invite her because he's that thick-headed.
I mean, he invited her to Turkey.
I know. Bring your
Pack
suit.
a bathing suit.
Bring your bathing suit. Yeah, crazy. So they get married. Now all that's left is to apply for the Russian visa and then baptize Alina.
Oh my gosh, you forgot the one thing that I thought you were actually going to bring up.
Maybe I was saving it for the end.
Are you saving it for the end?
I have one more note, so maybe.
I have one more note.
All right, well, then you take us to the end.
I'm going to take us to the end. You know how Steve ended it? Steven.
By dropping the N. Steve. The crazy thing is, if his name was Steve, for some reason, he'd be even creepier. And Steve's a normal name, but him going by Steve would be a little strange.
Okay. When you think of a Steve,
Yeah.
who you think of? Go, just like go.
Steve Madden, the football. Well, there's a video guy.
When I
but also the shoe Steve Madden.
Oh yeah. Oh, I just bought a pair. Sorry.
Okay.
When I think of Steve, I think of Steve from 90210.
Oh.
Right? The
Yeah.
blonde?
Yeah.
Love it.
Well, I have an Uncle Steve.
Yeah.
I think everyone has an Uncle Steve.
But when I think of Steven with a V, I think of our plants.
Our plants.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we have a plant. We name our plants because that's what normal people do.
We have Steven, and then we have SJ, aka
Steven
Steven
Jr.
Jr. Because it's the same plant, but smaller.
Yeah.
Makes sense, am
yeah.
I right?
Yeah. We digress, though. You were going to take us home, I
Oh,
think.
I'm going to take us home right now.
Okay.
Steven
Yeah.
said, a lot of people think we're crazy, but we're crazy in love.
What, Steve? Steve, what?
Shout out to us. Am I right?
Yeah. And
Is this what you?
this is what I was going to say.
Ah.
And what a way to honor our name before we change it. Because once Steve says it,
Indeed.
that's a wrap. That's a wrap on the name.
Indeed.
So this is it's the second to last episode, I guess.
Now I wish we ended with them.
Well,
Meh.
it's okay.
Meh.
Yeah, you live and you learn. But yeah, he was like, we're crazy in love, so maybe people are right. Steve out.
We're crazy, but we're crazy in love.
Yeah. Yeah.
Love it.
Love it.
We are crazy in love
We
and
are.
crazy in love.
And something else. Stay tuned for the new name. Okay, that's Steven and Alina. Clap it up for them, for getting married, for doing the thing. You love love.
Wedding number 1 and done.
I love love. I love love. And there was some love there. Hope the cats got home safe.
I did think of our girls when we went to Connecticut over Thanksgiving, right?
I know. You always hope to spot them.
We drove up to Massachusetts, and guess what? We passed the exit to Middletown.
I don't think I would recognize them if I saw them because they've probably gotten
So many surgeries.
19 surgeries since we last
But
saw
I
them.
feel like they have a glow.
They do. They got a glow
They're
about them.
They just shine.
They got a glow about them. All right, let's move this thing along. Let's talk about Corey and Evelin.
Another wedding.
Because it's wedding day. Corey's feeling all sorts of emotions. He keeps dropping his button-down shirt on the ground.
Good thing it's white.
Yeah, what a clown, this guy. He's zero fashion sense, and he finally gets a button-down shirt and drops it on the
I
ground.
have to say, for his lack of fashion, his wedding outfit was pretty good.
Was it a white suit?
It was like off-white with
Off-white.
with like a forest green.
Yeah.
It didn't look bad, I have to say, compared to everything else he puts on. That was pretty good.
Speaking of off-white, shout out to Virgil Abloh. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. We love you. Speaking of fashion, too. Okay.
Very true.
So Evelin says she's very nervous, but a little excited. And that's more positive than I expected. A little excited.
I deep down think she's just so pumped, but she's just not letting it show.
Okay.
And listen, I'll be honest, right? I've never been a girl who like dreamed of her wedding. But once we started dating, got serious, I did start thinking about getting married, but I never had a vision until John proposed to me. Then I started Googling and looking at things, right?
Right.
I understand if she's the same way, but once you do get the ring, if you do love the person, you get freaking pumped.
But
I got pumped.
They were already married, so she should be pumped from the start of like, finally we can celebrate our marriage and our love with everyone.
Yeah, just be excited. So I don't buy it that she was playing not cool, because she had all her moments where she was like, oh, Corey, what a beautiful proposal. You know, you can tell.
I don't know.
She was playing cool in the meantime, like,
I don't know. I agree or disagree. I don't know if she was really into it at the beginning of this. Even as the day started, I don't know if she was a little excited, as she said, but let's go with it.
She got there for sure.
Let's go with it. Let's take her word for it. So Corey tries to get a read on her, much like we're trying to do right now. He wants to make sure she's not just going to call off the wedding at the last minute.
She's like, please don't run away.
Something you should always make sure with your spouse. You should double check the morning of. Please don't run away.
One thing I thought of watching this whole episode, and it goes for all our couples, it goes for the whole 90-day ever. I've never seen anyone giving each other gifts, unless I missed it.
I feel like there has been. Surprised, not with Kenny and Armando, right?
Not on this season.
Yeah. Oh, not on this season, no.
No, but I'm thinking in general, I can't recall of anyone giving each other gifts before the ceremony.
Yeah, well,
it seems to be a tradition in the U.S., we learned.
We did it, and I don't know if I brought that tradition to you.
You did? I didn't know about it.
Okay.
But I learned about it from your sister.
Well, this is the other way, so now we're in other countries, so maybe.
But even like think back at the previous episodes and seasons, I don't recall anyone doing it.
Oh, I could barely remember episode 13 of this. You think I could remember other seasons? Come on.
True.
Come on. So Corey's trying to get a read, hoping she doesn't run away. And we learn Evelyn's been dealing with anxiety the last few years. So that's why Corey has this fear. And Evelyn's like, yeah, Corey's concerns are valid. I could totally run away.
Yeah, she said she gets panic attacks and basically, has a feeling of needing to get out.
Yeah.
Which I get it.
Yeah.
Not that I ever feel this way, but I understand.
Yeah, she made an analogy on a previous episode of I'm always looking for the exits, even when I'm on an airplane. So.
But it was nice. They hugged it out and said, see you at the altar.
See you at the altar.
And she went to the venue to get ready. And Corey was just trying to clean his shirt.
Tie his tie.
Uh-huh.
He couldn't tie his tie. And of course, he has no friends or family to help him.
I mean, he has the dog.
He's got his dog. A lot of support animals at these weddings.
For sure.
Dog wins best dressed. At least for this wedding.
So,
the dog wins best dressed.
Outfits, the segment.
Dog
dogs.
edition.
Dog edition.
Okay. Do you want to talk about it, or you?
Poppy looking hot.
Oh,
Poppy is a great dog. I would love a husky.
Yeah,
I just feel bad for him living in Ecuador because it's
seems a little warm.
Like a husky living on a beach.
Yeah, it's not a beach dog, I would say.
Yeah, I would love one though. They are beautiful, very loyal. They love the snow. I love the snow.
Look great in a tux.
So great.
So handsome. Best
and
dressed.
he's swell. He seems to behave.
Best dressed. Corey's tie, way too short. I don't know why he didn't give it a little redo.
He needs to tuck it in.
It was up to his nipples. The thing was so high. It wasn't long enough to tuck.
Didn't he have something over like a vest or a
Did
jacket?
he
must
had
have,
a jacket on.
I said it didn't look too bad, so you tuck it in.
He had a jacket on. If he had a vest, then sure, that would have covered.
Yeah.
But for the longest time, he did not. I don't know if he ever did, but a little short. Okay, a little short. Then we cut to Lipsy and Leslie and the family. They're all popping the champagne, getting ready for the wedding with Evelyn. And I forgot, the family is kind of into this wedding.
Yeah.
Everyone except the sisters maybe, but Evelyn's mom's so happy to see this.
Freaking Leslie was into this.
Leslie was having a good time.
Let's take a moment and talk about Evelyn's sisters looking fabulous.
Oh, hello. Okay.
Like they cleaned up so nice. And I'm not saying they never looked nice, but they were always very casual. But I have to say, they look better than Evelin, and she's the bride. I mean,
begrudgingly though, she doesn't want to be there. So.
Leslie is like the Grinch
Yes.
of that whole relationship.
Yeah.
But she seemed to enjoying it. She looked very nice. I mean,
They're having a good time.
YOLO.
It was a party. So Corey shows up to the venue. He's got his dog. He greets some guests, and it's the venue Evelin wanted. Beach wedding, nice setup. It was great. Looked beautiful. Meanwhile, talk about how good her sisters look. They're discussing a safe word. They're discussing like a hand signal in case Evelin needs to make a quick escape.
I almost thought it's a joke.
I'll just touch my hair
That's
or something.
a joke.
I know. But let's not make those jokes at weddings, folks.
I mean, touching your hair is a bad signal. I touch my hair all the time.
Right. No. I'll just take my ring off and throw it across the beach.
I
Shout out
actually
to
realized
Natalie.
how much I touch my hair. I had a meeting today looking at the camera, and I touched my ponytail about 15 times, and I stopped. So,
When I think about you, I touch myself.
moving on.
Moving on. Right on cue, Raul rolls in. He's like, surprise, surprise. Walks in looking like Johnny Cash, Johnny Crash,
He
Johnny
did, right?
Johnny Crasher, Johnny
I'm like,
Wedding
what is
Crasher.
the guitar?
Yeah, all dark, mysterious. Raul's got a vibe. Corey could learn a thing or two from Raul. So Corey is caught off guard a little bit. He doesn't want Evelin to be scared.
Well, Evelyn thinks Raul is a bad influence. But I'm thinking, does she think Raul is a bad influence? Or is she into Raul and she just doesn't want to see him because then she might want to run away with Raul?
That's interesting. Yeah. As the groom, I would not want Raul showing up looking that dapper, looking that sharp.
They've been friends for 7 years.
Yeah.
I think Raul is probably over Evelyn by now, hopefully. He has all the lady friends he takes photos of.
That's true. Eating sushi, snapping photos. You know how we do. So Evelin, she's getting her dress on, talking about how the wedding is not something she ever wanted. She can be a strong, independent woman without a husband, yada, yada, yada. But now it's showtime, okay? All that's behind us. It's showtime. Everyone starts walking down the aisle. Corey's at the altar holding his dog.
I love it.
Dog's at the altar. Everyone's
love it.
there. Evelin comes out, sees Corey. She thinks he looks so handsome and says everything else, everyone else just fades away.
And I literally was watching this agreeing with her because that's how I felt. And I know I don't want to do a lot of about us, but I do have to make a point because I'm watching all these weddings and it all takes me back to our wedding, right?
Sure.
And all the little things they point out, I either think, oh, totally, or no, that wasn't me, but I get it.
Right.
But I remember walking down the aisle. We had a big aisle because our wedding, we had an outdoor wedding, just the ceremony, but we had to walk quite a bit
Probably,
to get to the aisle.
Yeah.
You do the estimate.
75 yards.
Yes, but you're basically walking, like you're walking for a couple of minutes before you hit the altar.
Oh, yeah.
I'm walking with my dad, and he was like joking, but I was like laughing, crying because I was getting so emotional. And I was like, Dad, stop me from crying. Stop me. I'm like, I don't want to walk around all these people crying already. And my dad goes like, okay, stop crying, stop crying. And
Oh, yeah.
all of a sudden, as we got closer, basically we were walking down the aisle in between the people. All I could see was you.
You just have tunnel vision.
Yes.
Yeah.
I blocked out everything. I just remember the moment when you hugged my dad. It was beautiful. But then that was it.
That's it.
I just paid attention to you, and my aunt and uncle were officiating, so they were still in my view. But it was just you, and I didn't think of anything and anyone. So when Evelyn said it, I was like, yes, totally.
I concur. So, all right, let's do it, Leslie. Show us what you got. I was very excited to see Leslie officiate this ceremony.
And I have to say, first, I thought, is she gonna ruin this?
I wanted her to ruin it. I hate to say it.
She's a sister. If she ruined it, it would just be
That would
just be horrible.
ruin the family dynamic.
Especially the mom loves Corey.
That's true.
Would she really ruin it?
That's
I don't
true.
think she would. And she
No.
didn't. You could see her face. She was laughing. She was being emotional.
Yeah.
She freaking loved it.
Yeah, she
Maybe
launches.
she's going to become an officiator.
She could. She starts with, wishing them the best of the best, love and happiness, and short and sweet. Nothing, not even a misdirect, not even like, oh, she's going to say something wild. It's pretty straightforward, cut and dry. Turns the mic over to Corey so he can say his vows. And, oh man, this was hilarious to me because he's trying to hold the microphone, but he's also holding his cell phone so he could read his vows. And he's also holding his dog. And he doesn't have enough hands for this moment.
I have to say, why didn't he write it down on a piece of paper?
He would still have to hold it though. The fact
Well,
that he's
yeah.
like trying to keep a dog from running away while holding a microphone in his cell phone, like,
No, but it was one thing I told you. I'm like, I do not want anyone, and I told it to my aunt and uncle too. I don't want anyone to read anything from their phones or iPads.
Yeah.
I want it to be classy. Fun fact, I was the one who forgot to write my thoughts down from my phone, and I did it about 10 minutes before walking down the aisle.
you see that?
But I made it.
You
I made it.
I think we would have waited for you.
Yeah, because I have a thing with phones. I love my phone sometimes, but
Phones get in the way of relationships.
it's distracting. Like, I don't want to be reading my vows and in the same time getting comments and someone commenting on my photo on
That's
Facebook. Like,
Yeah, like you're on your phone reading your vows and you see one of our guests tag you in a photo and you're like, oh, what photo did she just post to me? How
Yeah.
do I look? Yeah,
like
you want to
remind you,
check
like
it out.
I get pop-ups of like all kinds of news. I get interested. Like, I'm gonna click on the banner. I'm gonna keep you waiting. Like, no one wants that. No one wants me to read the CNN headlines
Yeah.
while you're waiting for my vows.
No, we kept it to paper. And
Yes, and
but
I
you
loved
do
it. It was
you.
beautiful. It was
You
beautiful.
do you. So Corey vows to bring her food, yada, 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 whatever he found on Google. It wasn't the most original vows, I don't think, but
Not like yours.
he got through it. We're not going to talk about mine. I will say, not a dry eye in the crowd when I launched into my vows.
When I launched into mine, everyone was dry but one person.
My good friend. Everyone was, they loved it. I'm sure they loved it. Right? They were-
My vows are funnier than yours. Yours are more emotional.
Mine were
Mine were
emotional.
like funnier.
Yours
Because
was-
that's what I was going for.
yeah, a
Because
lot
I
of
cannot
ha-has.
be as good of a writer as you are.
And yeah, our friend came up afterwards and he was like, oh, it's like T. Like I was crying when you were doing your vows. And I was like, what about me? He's like, eh. It was too good.
I think he was the only one.
It was too good.
But I appreciated it. I appreciated it.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
So then Evelyn goes into hers. Our relationship was never easy, but we complement each other so well. I want you to know I love you. Thank you for pushing me to be here today in this wedding. Then Leslie gets the rings from the dog. They exchange them. And they're married again. Just like that. Once again.
Congratulations.
There's a wedding right there. There's a marriage right there. So party time. Wedding
Love
party celebration looked almost as good as Kenny and Armando's party. Okay, there was dancing and lights and food, drinks. Raul was there. It was a good time.
I have to say, shout out to TLC or Discovery Plus for cutting the previews to make it look very dramatic, because I always get so intrigued.
Yeah.
And I always was like, oh my gosh. And you watch it, you're like, okay. But I do give them credit for that, because they always make it look like crazy things are going down.
But that's why I was surprised they didn't even do that with Leslie's officiating. They
No,
could have
because
made
there was
it.
nothing.
There was nothing.
Whoa, there was enough drama, quote unquote, to cut because of Raul showed up. And Raul was about to give a speech.
Well,
And it was all the drama.
not to be a cynic, I know I always am, but I think the Raul plot point may be a little bit of BS about him not being invited and him just crashing, because we've been to our fair share of weddings. We had one ourselves. There's not usually just empty seats at the table for people to come. And he was sitting at a table. He had a seat with a lot of people. He was sitting there. He was
True.
eating. It seemed like he was invited. It seemed like he had a
Yeah.
spot. I think it was a little bit of
Maybe you can add it. I don't know.
I think it was a little bit of a plot point for drama. It takes nothing away from this
I mean, we
storyline.
all watched Wedding Crashers, so
Twice.
at least.
So, okay. Speaking of Raul, Evelyn, he's at the wedding. She's into it now. She's even fine that Raul is there. Right on cue, Raul clinks his glass. He wants to make a toast.
And Corey's nervous. Evelyn's like, WTF, what is he doing? He didn't even get invited. He's still in the show. Corey's like sweating because he's nervous. He's going to say something about Jenny.
It's like, I'm sorry, Corey. I'm gonna tell this in Spanish.
Imagine if Raul
plus one was Jenny
as a date.
He wouldn't do that. He wouldn't do that.
No, because he claims to be Corey's BFF.
Only F. Not only fans, only friend. So Raul tells their meeting story. How Corey just walked around town saying, hola,
He
hola,
said, hola,
hola.
way too many times.
So many times.
I think it was funny the first and the second time.
Yeah.
But when he said it for like the 39th time, like, hola, I was like, okay, enough. But it was a cute story.
It's a cute story.
He won Evelyn back.
Yes.
I think Corey understood every 10th word, so maybe he puzzled it together a little.
Raul did say like, yeah, everyone wants Evelyn, including me, but Corey got her.
Because he was calling her the queen of Engabal.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was a nice toast.
How do you say queen in Spanish? He said it. Rihanna?
Rihanna?
Something. No.
I don't know.
That's a different queen.
Oh, the queen of pop. Let's look it up.
I
here.
knew the word from watching Dora the Explorer. It did ring a bell.
Ingabao?
Engabal.
Let's see here. Queen. Dancing queen. A little music, a little Google music here.
You got it?
Reina.
Reina.
Oh, Darcy's friend's name is Reina, and she thinks she's a queen. I'm sure
Get
Darcy's
outta
like,
here.
why isn't my name Reina? Why isn't mine? I'm a queen.
Reina. Engabal Reina.
Yeah. I'm going to play it for you so you can hear how it's pronounced. Oh, you guys couldn't hear that at home, but Reina. That sounded
Reina.
Like Reina. Okay. So that's it. Everyone goes and dances. The dog's dancing. Corey's dancing. Raul's dancing. It's a good time. It's a party.
And fireworks.
And
Speaking
fireworks.
of Rihanna. Oh, no, that's Katy
That's Katy
Perry.
Perry.
Never mind.
Who knows?
All these queens.
Who knows? Okay. That's it. Clap it up again for them.
Another wedding.
It's 2 for
Check.
2. It's 2 for 2.
2 for 2.
Okay. Next.
The one and only.
The one and only. There could only be one.
Kenny and Armando and their fabulous, fancy,
Woo.
fantastic wedding.
Oh my gosh.
The
Don't
triple
stop.
F.
Yeah. Okay.
Triple F.
Hello.
Over here.
Hello. Okay. So they're getting ready separately. They're not going to see each other until they walk down the aisle.
Love it.
Armando wishes he was with Kenny because it would comfort him, but he's getting ready with his family and he thinks that'll help bring them closer before the ceremony, before this all goes down.
I was thinking about this as we were watching Kenny and Armando. You know how people do first look?
Yeah.
Just because we did that too.
Yeah.
The guy sees the girl in this big gown and the makeup and the hair. She doesn't look like this every day. So it's like, whoa, right? John got scared by the amount of makeup I was wearing.
In
but
the sunlight.
It looked good in pictures. Come
It
on.
looked good in pictures and it looked good.
That's what they told me. I
At
said
night.
no makeup really, just to keep it the way I usually look. And they said you need it for the pics.
That's the rudest thing anyone's ever said to you.
But you liked how it looked, didn't you?
It was fine. I like you more natural, but
It was fine.
it was good. It was fine. Like,
Just say you loved it.
no,
Say you
looked
loved it. I was your
fine.
reina.
so fine.
I was your reina.
You are my queen. I said at the top of the
Always.
show you're my princess, but you're
Very true.
it all. You're
the
everything.
queen. Okay.
But
Well, I was gonna say, guys don't put makeup on really, right? Guys just put the suit on.
yeah, they do their
So this
hair.
not-
They
Yeah,
Get
but this
dressed.
is not like, oh wow, you look so different.
right. I was gonna make a very similar point here. Is I've never seen you in a wedding dress before.
Yeah, and
so that's a big deal.
I think you will see me in 48 years.
Okay, for our
I'll
50th,
put it on again.
for our 50th anniversary.
Yeah, I'll
Hopefully
put
you
it
can-
on again.
Hopefully you can fit into that same one. So I've never seen you in a wedding dress before, so that's a big deal. Oh my gosh, there she
Yeah.
is. That's my bride. Look at her. Look at how beautiful she is. A guy, I'm sure Kenny has seen Armando in a suit, and I'm sure Armando has seen Kenny in a suit before.
I'm also sure they bought the suits together.
They were the same exact suit. So it's not even a surprise oh, what suit's he going to wear? I didn't see your dress until that moment.
I wish you did.
These guys know what the other suit is.
Yeah.
They know how their partner looks in a suit. I appreciate the gesture, but it didn't have the same impact for me as when a bride and a groom does it.
But I loved the way they did it, that little separation. They just like walked around and then just hit the aisle.
Yes. And they took separate paths to the altar because they've taken different paths to get where they are. And I'm going to cry now just thinking about it because I love sentimental things. I love things that have some meaning to them.
Oh, for sure. I'm right there with you.
And we did a couple of those things. We don't have to get into it again. This is not our wedding story here, but it's
brings
nice.
up a lot of memories.
But it's not. Yeah, it's nice to have some things that are just for you, like walking down
100%.
walking down that separate path.
Yeah.
Some people will get it, but you guys are doing it for you, and it's awesome.
Did you see that?
Truffle's
Kenny,
dress.
well, Truffle's looking fab.
Alpha's the segment
Kenny
dog
and
edition part
Armando,
2.
they each had 3 bridesmaids, groomsmen.
Mm-hmm.
On Kenny's side, the girls were basically wearing wedding dresses. Did you see it? Like white, and it was a wedding dress style. I would totally wear it, right?
Yeah.
On Kenny's side, it was his son, Cooper, and Cooper's mom. Cooper's mom was wearing a little, like a beige dress.
Okay.
And then Cooper and Kenny's son were wearing beige tuxedos, suit and tie, right?
Okay.
But the girls on Armando's side, which was Hannah and the 2 girls left,
Yeah.
Cassidy
And Madison.
Taylor.
Oh, Taylor.
Madison has a child.
Right. Okay.
They were wearing white dresses.
Yeah. I mean, you're not stepping on anyone's toes at a gay
No,
wedding
you're
if
not.
you're
But
wearing a white
I
dress.
thought it was beautiful. I'm like, okay, look, I like it.
It's a
I like
family
it.
affair. It's all love.
And I like how they split it up.
Right. I like how you're warming up for next week's Outfits the Segments because the tell-alls where Outfits the
Freaking love
Segments.
Outfits the Segments, guys. Wait
You're
for
just
it.
dipping your toe in right now. You're just
Wait for
putting your
it.
toe in a stiletto right now. You're getting to Outfits the Segments. Okay. So the ceremony starts. Beautiful bilingual ceremony. It's how we
Love
like
it.
it. It's how we did it. It's how we'd love to see it. Then we get to the vows. Armando is already crying. Okay. They give us a really long shot of Senior watching Armando read his vows. And I'm like, cry. Like I wanted Armando.
I think he was getting emotional.
He was a little dry though. He was a little dry for a minute during Armando's vows. But then Kenny read his vows. And they cut to Senior while Kenny is reading the vows. And Senior wipes a tear.
Really?
And to me, that is even more.
It is.
Momentous or monumental, emotional than crying at your son's vow because
Indeed.
he's hearing this man talking about how he's going to care for his son.
For sure.
And he loves it. And it makes him emotional.
I honestly, they made it look like, oh, there's going to be so much drama at the wedding because of Senior, right? But it was just beautiful. It's almost like they're saying it was Armando's official coming out.
Yeah.
It was Senior's official coming out of his bubble.
Woo!
Coming out of his freaking bubble.
And Senior, third best dressed guy at this wedding.
Loved
Looking
the hat.
real sharp, lost the wallet chain, which, okay, to each your own. I sort of missed that. It's your signature piece, but loved everything he had, the jacket, the hat. Fantastic.
Yeah, looking great.
He's holding his wife. They're holding each other tight because Kenny and Armando made them believe in love again. The whole thing, beautiful.
Beautiful.
And then we get to the kiss.
It was very natural.
The moment we've all been waiting for, the kiss.
And that's the thing. You don't plan things like this. You just do it.
Some people plan it. Some people plan it.
If you love each other and you are in love with the person you're marrying, you just do what you're used to.
Yeah.
You're not going to plan it.
So it was actually 3 kisses, no tongue. And once again, Senior was smiling, and I love to see that.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
I like it. It was like one little kiss, felt it out, right? Dipped your toe in the water, felt good. Nobody objected. They went back for a second.
How many times did you watch it?
Still nobody left. And they went back for a third, and I watched it twice. We watched
I
it
mean, I
twice.
did too.
As we always do. And it was 1, 2, 3 kisses. I loved it.
Beautiful.
Cue the confetti. Done deal. Kenny and Armando, they go and sign some paperwork right then and there.
Make it official in Mexico.
They feel like they beat the system, which, okay, I don't necessarily agree with that. You were able to get married because of the system, and that's a great thing is that the system now allows this. But it's party time.
It's official.
It's official. Should we? We absolutely. Woo!
Wedding number 3 done.
And my favorite part of this segment was Senior telling the camera it was his first gay wedding, and it was perfect. And he says it's normal, and we have to treat it that way.
Yeah, he said it's official, and this is the new normal, and we're gonna accept it.
Look at that. Look at that, Senior. So beautiful. So Kenny and Armando hit the dance floor. This was like a scene out of a movie.
Right?
So beautiful, a little grab ass, but very romantic, very extravagant. I wonder who paid for this thing.
Love is love.
Love is love. Yeah, this thing turned into like a pride parade.
They should have had the song "Love is love." Baby, don't hurt me.
I don't think those are the lyrics, but they could have remixed it.
No more.
I think
Isn't that a song?
I think it's What Is Love.
Oh, well, you can do "Love is love."
Yeah, I was loving it. Whatever it was Love is Love
the
shirts.
change of outfits, the shirts.
Glow sticks,
Loved it.
strobe lights, rainbow flags.
Loved it.
Amazing. And wait, there's more. Kenny arranged surprise fireworks for Armando.
That's what Armando wanted, but before it was too much for Kenny. Like, let's keep it a little low-key. But then he was like, hey, once in a lifetime. And that's how I think if you are madly in love, that's how you should treat your wedding.
Yeah. I'm not crying. You're crying. This is a beautiful ceremony.
Beautiful ceremony.
Beautiful celebration. Everything.
So the fireworks,
Woo.
beautiful.
Here's a business idea.
What an event. And
What an event.
I'm going to
Wedding of the
say
year.
whatever you said. Who paid for it?
Who paid for it? And if you guys need money, Kenny and Armando, here's a business idea. You guys should go into wedding planning because you know how to throw a party.
Well, I think they had wedding planners.
I know,
but
but
maybe
it
you
was
can
still
partner
their
up.
idea of I want this, I want that. I would have never thought to have T-shirts that said "Love is love" for the dance floor.
I wish we had matching
Which
t-shirts.
we had T-shirts for everyone.
Right?
Like at my bar mitzvah, I had underwear for everyone that says I danced my pants off at John's bar mitzvah.
I gave you underwear for the
for
wedding.
our wedding. Yeah, I did not strip down to those on the dance floor, but later,
Bunch of
Teresa,
dinos on
later
them.
you saw it all.
sure did.
You saw it all. That's how you consummate a marriage.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, let's move on. One more time for Kenny and Armando.
Congratulations.
Love is love, and we love it. Okay, let's talk about a couple who do not get married.
The only people without the I do. The I don't.
Sparks were still flying because baby was welding. Okay, so Ari comes to watch. Turns out baby is learning to weld so he can provide for his family.
Good.
Yeah. Average salary for a welder in Jersey, $47K. So I see you pulling your weight there, baby. I like that. You're going to come to America. You're going to make 50 G's average.
And listen, he can still DJ at night.
You can still DJ at night.
He can do MMA fighting.
You can do a little MMA on the side. You're a Renaissance man. You do a little bit of everything. It's great. You're there. You're doing what you can to provide for your family. So they sit down to talk. Ari's still caught off guard after learning they got to go to Ethiopia immediately because she's not ready to go back. She's convinced herself, I never go back. And now she hears she has to go back. But baby wants Ari to do what's best for them as a family. And he knows that means you should come with me. It's going to look better for us. It's going to up our chances of getting that visa if you're there to support me. You heard what the lawyer said.
I almost feel like, does Ari really want him to come to the US that bad? Because I would do, and I hope you would do anything to make sure something like this would go smoothly. Because I'm not sure if you guys know, dealing with the immigration, you literally have to do what I want you to do anymore. Because they can deny you like this.
It's not up to you.
Exactly.
It's not
Your
up to
whole relationship depends on someone who doesn't know you, who is going to read a file about you, and that's going to be it. So the fact that there is an opportunity for her to go and show her support, even though she might be denied the entry, But baby could still say, oh, my wife or my fiance Ari is waiting for me outside, right? That's a lot, and it means a lot.
We had this conversation a few days ago when we were in Connecticut. We were with our friends who are now followers of this podcast. Shout out to Matt and Cola if they are listening. And we were talking about our process and how it's crazy that just because we're from two different countries, we still love each other the same. We still want to get married. But unlike two Americans who can just go do it, we can't. It's not up to us.
Yeah.
Some guy from the government had to approve of our relationship. Like, sure, maybe your parents have to approve of your relationship, but you can go behind their back and get married. Shout out to Sumit. For us, our fate was in some other guy's hands.
True. Listen, I'm all for the government making sure that people don't abuse the system because, as we all know, there are people who do. And I'm so against it, right?
Sure.
But at the same time, it is a little crazy to think random people will judge you based on what paperwork you submit.
Right.
And that's why I'm saying, if she has a chance to go with him and support him, to show the love and support, I don't understand why she wouldn't just do it. Because as we learned, Ethiopia isn't a tiny country. It's a freaking huge country.
100
Just
mil, I think.
stay in a hotel in a different neighborhood or in a different town. You will never run into baby's friends and family that you're so afraid of.
Right.
Like, I don't get it.
It's a good question. Does she actually want this to happen? Or does she want to go back with Lavender? And then the second thought I had was, because we learned she's not going. Okay, baby's going to go himself. Wouldn't you, Ari, just judging by your actions, want to keep an eye on baby? If you think he's cheating left and right and turning the studio into a stabbing cabin, like, wouldn't you want to keep...
Stabbing cabin?
Yeah, that's what I used to call my bedroom in high school.
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
I just thought it's like a murder mystery podcast. Stabbing cabin.
The stabbing cabin. I don't know, but you're out there turning in your studio, your house, whatever, into a sexual playground. Wouldn't you want to go keep an eye on him?
For sure.
No, you're going to stay back?
For sure. Now he's going to go back to the sex house.
Right.
Ugh, Ari, he blew it.
Yeah. But again, even if not that, still, do everything you can so you have the best chance.
Especially because she made a comment. She said, oh, I'm afraid he might not get the visa because he was married to an American.
Yeah.
I was married to a foreigner. He was denied a travel visa or visitor visa before. He might not get it. Okay. So you are already thinking of him probably not getting it, but you wouldn't do anything you possibly can to help him?
Right.
What?
And she's not confident that he can obtain it himself because she says two things. One, they say goodbye and she's like, set an alarm, make sure you do your paperwork. It's like, if you're so worried, go with him and keep an eye on it.
I really don't get it.
Right?
I probably will never get it, but hey.
The other thing she goes is, I can't see a future without this visa, so I hope he gets it. It's hard to be separate from you. Again, you're saying something and doing the complete opposite. You're saying, I can't imagine a future without this visa and I can't be separated from you. So go do everything you can to ensure you get the visa and you won't have to be separated. Yeah. We all got to make sacrifices, folks.
Like, this is a relationship where it's like 80-20. Like, Ari is the boss, 80%.
Yeah.
And baby's just learning how to weld.
But there's baby stepping up and going, if all goes well and I get to the States, I'm going to be able to provide for this family. It's not like he's just moping around, not doing anything.
Yeah, totally. I like baby. That's what I'm saying.
He's looking
Ari
jacked, first of all. He's putting on a lot of muscle, growing that hair.
Like, give me your diet.
Give me your diet. Give me your workout plan. Yeah. I mean, he's getting it done. He's not just sitting on a couch watching TV. And that's exactly what Ari's going to do. She's going to sit on a couch and watch TV while he goes and does what he needs to do, what they need to do. It's in marriage, it's we. It's not me.
Yeah.
It's not I. It's we. Go do it together as a couple.
I 100%. Again, I still don't understand. Ari saying she will never go back to Ethiopia because he was having house parties.
Yeah.
Like recording music. It's like, okay, maybe you don't want to see certain people. I can understand that. Dude, that country is big.
Right.
If you don't want to see someone, you're not going to.
You don't have to. You don't have to. Yeah. Crazy. We'll see. I think they're setting up another season of them.
Oh, for sure.
And I'll watch them in the States. And we And we see on the preview for the tell-all,
he's in the States.
baby is in the States.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't want to do a spoiler, but hey, it wasn't the previews. Baby's on the couch with Ari.
Yeah.
Which
So,
means he's in America.
I'm here for that.
Oh, me too. I always love seeing foreigners in the US adjusting.
Sliding into deer.
Good time.
Yeah.
Sliding into deer.
So no applause break for that couple. But
Good times.
we got one couple left. Is that it?
Yeah, the one, but
The one and the only.
the one and the only.
It took a long time to get here.
So we got the one and only unexpected wedding.
Yes.
It finally happened.
Yes. Okay, we'll clap it up before we talk about it.
Guys, give it up for Jenny and Sumit.
Sumit, speaking of pumping iron, is pumping some iron. And when I saw this, I'm thinking, all right, this could be good. This could be a good sign. He's getting wedding ready. He's sweating for the wedding. He's shedding
For the wedding.
He's shedding for the wedding, right? Shredding for the wedding, if you will. And I was like, this is a good sign. I think I like where this could be going. So he puts down the
You were
weights
right.
and he goes and he talks to Jenny. And they haven't talked since Sumit ditched Jenny for his brother's birthday baby
Yeah, because
celebration.
when he came home, she was asleep.
Yeah.
But now they're talking. And
Once again, Sumit's whole thing, marriage, it's a big fear of mine, scares me, people change.
but
What's worse than that is the insecurity I see in you, Jenny. I don't like that you're losing hope in this relationship. So, what does Sumit say? He says he will marry Jenny.
because he cannot afford to lose Jenny.
Right, because she's the one who pays the bills.
True. But I honestly, that was always me deep down thinking, for some reason, and I've said it on this podcast many times, for some reason, he does love her and he does want her to stay. He did not want her to marry her for the longest time with all these excuses.
Whoa.
But I feel like
for the longest time. Nice.
right?
Very nice.
I'm not that bad at singing. Am I? I'm kidding.
Very nice. So,
My singing? Thank you.
yes, everything. So, okay. Sumit says he will marry Jenny, and it's because he wants to keep experiencing her love. And this made me change my mind. They bang hard. They bang real hard. I thought, listen, she's drier than the Sahara Desert down there. They at most they cuddle. He spoons her. No, they bang hard.
Did you watch a video? I didn't. You
He
didn't
says,
show me.
I
Did you
want to.
sign up for Jenny's OnlyFans?
He says, I want to keep experiencing her love. That sounds very intimate to me. Like she's got
Well,
some
yes and
special
no,
type
but
of
also
love.
he was married to a woman who basically was an arranged marriage, right?
It was, yeah.
He never loved her. She never loved him.
You
She was
never
just-
loved me. I hope in my heart of hearts, I hope that's what she said to Sumit as a nil paid for
I
the
don't think
divorce.
she cared really.
You never loved me.
Classic Darcy.
Love Darcy.
She was just trying to change him, right? And he didn't like it. He didn't want it. And the only love he has ever experienced besides his mom is Jenny. And he loves the way Jenny loves him because she's not trying to change him,
No,
right?
no.
So I feel like he wants to keep experiencing that love.
Right. It's the only probably true love in his life. At this.
100%.
Yeah.
And I think he knows and he values it. So he realized that she's going to leave.
Oh, yeah.
If he's going to make his move, she's going to leave and she's not going to come back. That's going to be it.
That's
It would be it for us too. Like, come on.
Of
marry
course,
her.
any normal person. So Jenny's like, this is great. Let's call the lawyer. So they go and they FaceTime Rashab. It rang like 5 times. I thought Rashab wasn't going to answer. And Sumit was going to be like, well, I tried. But he does answer. He finally answers. And Sumit says he wants to resume the marriage process. Rashab's like, blink twice if Jenny's making you say this. And no, they submit the paperwork.
They submit
the paperwork, and the process is moving forward. Something I never thought I was going to see for at least another 19 seasons.
And then somebody goes like, I'm feeling good and relaxed. It's like, did you take drugs? Because a day earlier you were saying that you have anxiety, you cannot get married, it's going to change everything. That's why you don't want to do it. But now you feel good and relaxed.
He goes, I was nervous for nothing. You haven't done anything yet.
I guess someone else was baking on this episode.
Hello, but Sumit, you haven't done anything yet. He's like, I was nervous for nothing. Well, you just you filed a piece of paper.
You just submitted.
I can't stop saying submit. So, new day. Jenny's rocking her traditional Indian attire, showing it off to Sumit. She's got some lipstick on, got a nice lip on, some eyeshadow. It's like, new face, who dis? She's going to meet the poly. They're going to have a henna party. Sumit, on the other hand, is going to go buy a baby cow.
I love baby cows.
Love baby cows, love eating them, never donated one, but respect if that's what you got to do.
I also love how they look.
Very cute.
Very cute.
Most baby animals, I'm not going to say most babies because that would be a lie, but most.
Even like grown-up cows are kind of cute.
Cows,
Shout out to Whole Milk.
Okay. Just the category, or is that a brand like Whole Foods?
Oh, no, just the category.
Okay, I wasn't sure if there's a beautiful cow
I mean,
on the
whole
carton.
2%, that's what I drink.
Yeah. So Sumit is going to get a baby cow. He's going to donate it, get some blessings. And it turns out they're going to need some big blessings because Jenny got an email saying her visa is going to expire before they can do a court wedding. So they're actually going to have to go against the astrologer and do a temple wedding.
The Hindu wedding.
Gonna have to do the temple.
The typical wedding minus 5,000 people.
Yes.
Which, whoa.
But even though they're gonna get married in the temple, they're still gonna try to stick to the astrologer's other recos.
So no people, no family, no friends.
No, nothing good.
No Facebook posts.
No celebrations. Yeah. no hashtag for the couple. What would their hashtag be? Jenny and Sumit. It would be like finally submit. Like,
oh
submit,
my gosh, I was gonna say that.
Finally submit. Yeah. So it's gonna be a little bit different. Sumit goes, if traditional marriage is the sea, ours is a bucket of water. Poetry. It's poetry.
Well, it is what it is, and I almost feel like she must enjoy this more because there are some traditions involved instead of just signing a bunch of papers.
Yeah. Oh, no, this is amazing. Let's get to it. So Jenny meets up with DePauli, and even DePauli's like, damn, girl, look at you looking like an Indian queen.
Let's put some henna on you.
Yeah. So DePauli goes to work. She's making up some besan and haldi and curd, which, if my research is correct, it's like turmeric and flour.
Jenny looked like a baby puked on her.
Ooh, that's one way to put it.
You know, like the baby food?
Gerber, yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
I love that you know the brand.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure, very
It's
well.
like baby swallow is like...
Yeah, it's very true. But apparently this is all going to give Jenny a nice glow and ward off evil. So we'll lather it on. Let's do this thing. And DePauli rubs it all over Jenny's old body. And for some reason, this makes Jenny miss her daughters. Because like maybe they used to sit in a train formation and massage each other or something. But
or maybe they used to puke on her as babies.
Oh, that could be it. The
She's
smell
like,
is probably similar. That
good
turmeric.
time 50 years ago.
So then they get some henna tattoos. And this was big. This was a big moment because what we learn is Jenny and Sumit aren't planning on telling Sumit's parents that they're getting married until after they do it.
And even her friend is like, I don't like this. You should tell them. But they're afraid that they're going to stop the wedding.
Well, here's something I've always told you. It's something my dad told me, and who knows who told it to him. But it's easier to ask for forgiveness than permission.
You never told me that.
What? Oh, I just told you that.
Thank you.
It's easier to ask for forgiveness than permission. So go do it, as long as it's not breaking any laws or anything, really. But like, go do it. And then if you get in trouble, ask for forgiveness.
Yeah,
But
you never told me
to go
that.
ahead and ask for permission, you're just, that's...
I have one thing I live by at work. I always say it's
Don't
easier to...
drop the soap.
Not at work, but yeah. I always say it's easier to delete than create. That's what I live by.
Interesting.
So I always, if it's leading up to the project, I would rather do a little more. And then when there is a tight deadline, we're running against the time, we delete instead of create more. You know what I'm saying?
Interesting. Yeah. It reminds me of a saying like an old jazz musician used to say, which was, it took me 50 years to learn what notes not to play. Which is it's an interesting thought.
Interesting,
You know,
yeah. That's what I do. I tell everyone I work with, always.
You should get that tattooed in henna on you to bring it back to the show. Okay, so we learn they're not going to tell Anil and Sadhna. Jenny's worried they'll try to stop the wedding if they find out. And if they don't just go and get married, Jenny thinks that's the end of the relationship.
Oh, Jennifer.
So, new day. Wedding day. Unbelievable. I've probably lost thousands of dollars on this bet because I didn't think this day was coming.
Happening. It's happening. And Jenny is still with us. Sumit is with us. He's not running anywhere.
Did you see the shirt Jenny's makeup artist was wearing?
No.
Okay. This was beautiful. Jenny's makeup artist was trolling Jenny or trolling us or something. It said, "Good things take time."
Oh, yeah, I did see that.
What?
I did see that.
Who? Come on. That's too good. That's too good.
That was good.
Right? Okay. Speaking of outfits, cut to Sumit putting on his outfit.
I loved it.
Amazing.
The freaking baby pink. Not that I love pink, but it looked fabulous with his complexion.
He looked like a towel animal that you find at like a romantic motel. And I mean that in the best way possible. He looked like a beautiful towel animal. And
I like that. I can see that, yeah.
It was great. The collar was great. The fit was great.
Very
the hat.
fancy. Colors, very nice.
Come on. So we learned Sumit checked in with his astrologer the night before, and Khalid was like, "Go get married. You kids, you go get married. Go have fun. Come back to me, though, for some more remedies."
Whatever that means.
It means give me your money. That's all I
exactly.
want. Just give me more money. That's all I want.
That's all I want. I was going to say about, what do you call the hat Sami was wearing? Turban?
I don't know if it was a true turban. Maybe.
Anyways, I would love it. Like when I wash my hair, I have to like put my towel on my head. Always falls.
Okay.
I would freaking love whatever he was wearing.
I know what to get you for Christmas now.
But made out of the towel material.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It looked very absorbent.
Right?
Yeah,
Right?
very absorbent. Probably because he was sweating so much, he needed something like that. So then we see Jenny all put together. She's getting very emotional. She thinks she looks beautiful. The Janet Jackson face chain was a little too hip for
I
her.
fucking loved it. She looked great. I have to say she looked great.
Probably the best she's looked
She looked
in a long
young
time.
too. I mean, shout out to all the makeup, but
But she was like, "Don't put too much on. Don't cake it on. I'm not a young Indian bride."
I think she looked great.
She looked. They actually both looked awesome. So
And they did the first.
They did the
look,
first look.
basically. I'm very emotional.
Sumit was erect immediately when
the
he
most beautiful girl.
when he saw her.
lady.
Yeah,
The most beautiful lady.
Jenny loves Sumit's vibe. I wonder if pink was like the wedding color scheme because everything was
Oh,
pink.
that's right.
Everything was pink. So
I'm sure they discussed that. Oh, let's match.
a little bit
Mm-hmm.
of Mitchy match, yeah. So they're off to the temple in a car covered in flowers, which was nice. They pulled out all the stops,
Mm-hmm.
made it worth the wait. It was all there except the parents. Everything was there except the parents. So they show up to the Arya Samaj temple, which is also pink.
The Hindu temple, a Hindu-style marriage.
Okay. And the first thing they need to do is feed the Brahmins. They're the top priests in Hindu society.
Yeah, you got to put some food on their leaves.
Got to put some food in the leaves, food in their bellies, and they hope by feeding the Brahmins, they'll be blessed for the future.
I love the leaves. Very sustainable. And that's where the world is headed.
That's very true. Yeah. Jenny's like, feed them, pay them. I'll suck them off if it means you won't divorce me, Sumit. So they go around putting food on the different leaves.
She almost had to suck them up because she stepped on someone's leaf.
Yeah.
And somebody's like, in ancient times, they would turn you into an animal.
Yeah, it wasn't a good look for old Jenny over there.
Oh, Jenny. Only Jenny ruined someone's leaves.
Yeah. So after the ritual, it's on to the next, and they go and sit down with some more elders. And the elders were surprised to see the difference in age, but they didn't care.
That was the other cut. TLC made it sound like the elders are like, oh, you are 30. He is 30. You are 60.
Right.
American.
Right.
That's a big age difference. But what he was actually saying was beautiful. He said, age doesn't matter.
No, it's just a
as
number.
long as they're together, it's just a number. It's beautiful.
If you guys are ready, like, why should anyone judge you?
That was great.
Then they donate the cow and
The baby cow.
and then the vows. We get hit with the vows. When we win the heart, we forget age. We forget our country because love is blind. Season 2 coming February 2022. And they repeat their vows after this priest, and they tie their scarves together. They walk around the fire 4 times, which is a little bit of a fire hazard, but okay. Then they have to take 7 steps because without that, the Indian marriage is not complete. So they take 7 steps. Each step is a promise. And with that, Jenny and Sumit are husband and wife. What?
Finally, it only took 9 years, and I'm quoting Jenny.
9-year fiancé.
9 years in making.
Yeah. So Sumit actually looked pretty happy, which I was surprised.
He did.
Right?
Jenny was over the moon because finally it's happening for her.
Could you imagine Jenny so over the moon, so excited, can't believe it. Heart attack right then and there and dies. Could you imagine the irony?
I think she would still be happy. I mean, she did it.
She would have died a happy
She
woman.
did.
Yeah. I want to give credit to Sumit because this was big of him. He went behind his parents' back for love. And for that, I'll give him credit because a lot of us said he wouldn't do it. I said he wouldn't do it. He's not gonna go against his parents' wishes. So good for Sumit. I'll give a round of applause for that.
Finally, he manned up.
He manned up
Took him his whole life.
his whole life. From Mike
He
Jones
manned up. He
to
put some
Sumit.
pink on and he manned up.
That's right. Okay. That's the season.
Woo!
That's the season.
What?
The tell-all up next.
Frick, I love tell-all. I'm a sucker for tell-alls. And honestly, there was one bad tell-all this year. Shout out to the season with Yara and Jovi, Julie and Brandon. The first season they were on.
The 90-day season at the Happily
The
Ever
OG
After.
90-day. Their tell-all wasn't spicy at all.
Well, here's what I'll say, and I'm pretty sure I can say this for a fact. I think it's a 1-part tell-all. I don't think it's a 2-part.
What?
I think it's going to be Sunday tell-all, boom, in and out. And then we start before the 90 days. I don't need a 2-part tell-all.
True.
I don't need a 2-parter.
Okay. I see where you're going.
Okay, so you're going to pack it all in.
I'm so excited for the new one with
So
freaking new
ready.
couples.
All new couples.
Like new things to learn.
New drama, new countries. Come on. So
Can't
excited.
wait.
So tell all up next. Then I'm pretty sure after that, before the 90, but
No
before-
breaks, right?
No breaks.
No
but
breaks,
before
guys.
that, the name change.
One craziness and straight into another.
The name change.
Oh yeah.
December 7th, officially changing. So
Lucky 7.
make sure you guys follow the podcast wherever you're listening right now. You'll be good to go on December 7th. Make sure you follow the Instagram at 90 Day Crazy in Love. Now you'll be good to go when the name change happens. And I'll back it up so T can do it because I know I forgot to say it. It's so easy to follow the podcast. Okay, no matter what it's called, no matter what its name is, it is so easy to follow. If you are following on Apple Podcasts, all you have to do is look at that little plus sign in the top right of your screen and press that plus sign. But if you are using any other application, it's so easy to follow as well. Just look down and smash that follow button.
Yeah, guys, smash it like it's all these beautiful weddings. Oh, shout out to all our married couples. Let's see how long they're going to last.
So thank you guys again for listening. Thank you for the reviews. What a season. We'll talk about the tell all
What a
next.
season. What, by the ways.
Whoa, I know. You know, heavy sometimes. But that's the way the cookie crumbles.
Very true.
Okay, thank you guys for listening. I have definitely said it all. Have you said it all?
I've said it all.
All right, that means we will talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.